Obama for president all the way.
I have a hero, Michelle Obama.
I'm so in love with the Obamas, especially Michelle.
First of all, how good looking is my wife?
The First Lady of the United States of America is exposed to just as much scrutiny as her husband. Although she does not necessarily have official duties, the president's wife becomes a public icon, a political celebrity, and often takes up important causes. Not since 1861 has a president served the United States without a First Lady by his side, as she can be the key to a candidate winning an election. If she is harsh and severe, it is assumed that he may be too. If she is warm and strong, then perhaps the country will be in good hands. The image they project as a couple can reflect the mood of the administration and the nation that they represent. And that public image can be defined by the First Lady's sense of style. In the 1960s, Jacqueline Kennedy's clean-cut suits and pillbox hats may have eventually gone into the mainstream, but she and her husband JFK epitomized the glamorous aspirations of U.S. citizens. More recently, First Ladies Hillary Clinton and Laura Bush stuck to conservative pantsuits and dark colors. If you can judge a government by a First Lady's style, then the Obama administration will surely be a breath of fresh air. Michelle Obama has brought warmth, color, and originality to a role that largely featured safe clothing. Michelle Obama banished drab colors and shapeless overcoats. She broke with White House tradition and wore sleeveless dresses and fake pearls. And she stepped out in watermelon pink, lemon yellow, and lime green. Michelle Obama had a real woman's figure, and she dressed to show off her best assets, her toned arms and svelte waist. And just like every woman in America, she showed that she was real by shopping at Target and the Gap and wearing the same thing twice.
Well, I think her style is great because she's somebody who actually loves fashion, but I don't think she's trying to make a career out of it. And I think as a First Lady, that's kind of extraordinary.
Michelle Obama has ushered in a new era of style, where the outward appearance is made all the more appealing by a warm smile, a sharp intellect, and a balanced personal life. A style where fashion choices aren't dictated by labels, but by taste.
Her style is one of a fresh new attitude. She's young, she's modern. I think she's very practical with the way that she dresses. And I also think that she is going to bring a new American vision to the way people dress.
Michelle Obama wasn't always the stylish woman we know today. She first appeared on the campaign trail in typical corporate attire, muted blacks and grays and overcoats that hid her figure. She looked like any other corporate lawyer, with degrees from Princeton and Harvard. However, she has since been praised for stepping into clothing that resonates with her.
She just looks great in things. She carries things very well. Her deportment's wonderful, and I love that she tries mixing things up. She doesn't look like someone said, "You wear this." You know, she's like, makes her own decisions and budget things and some expensive pieces, and she's just very comfortable in herself anyway. So she looks fabulous in most things, and I love when she met the Queen in a cardigan. That killed me, but you know, she's great.
Michelle is renowned for her irreverent style, and on her first official visit to meet the Queen of England, she surprised onlookers by turning up in a cardigan. The outfit itself was elegant enough. She wore a simple black and white shift dress by Isabel Toledo. Following that, she took a plain black cardigan by Parisian designer Azzedine Alaïa to dress down the look. Although the cardigan was by one of the world's biggest designers, she was still criticized for being too informal. And in the English aristocracy, black is only worn in mourning. Although Michelle often wears the work of Alaïa, she has also broken with tradition by mixing high street labels and unknown designers with big-name fashion houses.
She is a very modern woman who is, I want to say stylish and sensible at the same time. I think she really has good taste. I think she appreciates good clothes, but she doesn't necessarily, at least it's been noted that she doesn't spend a lot of money on clothes. She spends enough money. She buys from a lot of different vendors, and I think she has a great sense of putting things together.
One of the items that Michelle Obama has characterized is a certain style of shift dress. Simple, elegant, and perfectly showing off her toned arms, the dress allows her to play with color without looking over the top.
She loves dresses. At Style.com we did a story called the Michelle Obama shift dress, and we're just seeing so many of those dresses now. Little sort of sleeveless, silhouette, nipped in at the waist with a little flare to the knee, and that's sort of become her signature look.
If a woman understands her body and her position in life, she can dress in so many great things. And I think Michelle is going to be a wonderful example to all of us with that.
To dress her look up or down, Michelle often teams the shift with a knee-length jacket for added elegance and warmth during chilly afternoons spent on official duties, or a crop jacket, such as this glamorous black-on-black ensemble worn when she and Barack were reportedly heading out for one of their scheduled date nights. Wearing clean, simple lines has allowed Michelle to play with bold, statement-making colors. She stands out as the woman in pink in a sea of drab suits. Michelle favors contemporary, unusual tones, avoiding anything safe or overused.
In terms of her style, she's also, she loves color. She looks amazing in those jewel tones that people talk about, the reds, the blues, the purples.
One of Michelle's more controversial color choices was the lemony green she chose for the presidential inauguration. Although lemon is a color of optimism and hope, which resonates with the Obama administration, the world was not convinced about the slightly off color choice. Designer Isabel Toledo described the color as lemongrass, and Michelle was apparently swooning over it.
I think she really fell in love with the color. It wasn't traditional in a certain way. And I didn't want it to be a flat color. That's one of the reasons why I picked that lace, because it has all the ins and outs and all the other colors that are inside. So it also represents what America is, all the other different colors that are within the country. You know, so I just wanted to capture a certain emotion in this garment, a certain feeling of hope, really.
Even though the rest of the world might not have agreed, Michelle's choice certainly got people talking and put Toledo on the world stage. The outfit featured intricate lace detailing on the matching dress and coat, with satin-backed wool guipure, commonly used in French haute couture. Michelle reportedly could not confirm whether she would wear Toledo's outfit until the morning of the inauguration. But when she did, Toledo became one of few designers to have her piece in the history books. Michelle made another controversial color choice when she stepped out for the night of the presidential election. Her black and red dress, coupled with a black cardigan, was not exactly flattering. Critics have stated that perhaps on this night, our new demigod of style simply got it wrong. Although Michelle may not have looked her best, she managed to visually tie the family together for this important event, showing their unity as a family. The red reflected the American flag and was bold, fresh, and contemporary, much like the Obamas themselves. Michelle also chooses loud prints, often in floral designs, to make impressive graphic statements. Meeting Carla Bruni, she chose a jacquard purple jacket by favorite designer Ta Kun, emblazoned with poppies, with a matching dress that featured the same design in reverse colors. One of Michelle's signature items has to be the belt, which nips in her waist, instantly giving the simplest cardigan or shirt a tailored look. She also layers belts over simple dresses or cinches them in with a corset. For the Time 100 Gala, Michelle stepped out in a slimming Michael Kors dress, teamed with a corset by Peter Saronin and a necklace by Lorraine Rodkin to give it all an elegant twist. The effect was classic and modern. Michelle often uses oversized jewelry and unusual accessories to update and refresh her outfits, or to simply provide eye-catching glamour. Seen here with a green flower on a simple yellow dress, she instantly lifts the whole outfit. Mixing two bold colors together might be considered too over the top for a first lady, but Michelle manages to keep the look clean and fresh. And this oversized jewel on her simple jade green dress gives a clean outfit some pizzazz. One of the most impressive features of Michelle Obama's outfit choices has to be her support of young emerging designers and American labels. One of her favorite little-known designers was Jason Wu before she made him a household name. Born in Taiwan, Wu studied sculpture before moving into fashion design, interned for Narciso Rodriguez, and has now made his name dressing downtown starlets. He blends Park Avenue preppiness with whimsical chic. His pieces feature clean, classic lines, incorporating bold colors and prints. With originality, color, fun, and ever-present elegance in his design, it's no surprise that Michelle instantly took to his work. Although she has stepped out in plenty of Jason Wu pieces, it was a shock to fashionistas and media commentators when she wore one of his dresses to fashion's Night of Nights, the inauguration ball. In the lead-up to the event, commentators assumed that Michelle would choose a well-known American designer who reflected the American dream.
She's probably going to go to, a really important American designer. Oscar de la Renta has done dresses for Laura Bush and for Hillary Clinton's inaugural appearances. He is a very likely candidate. He knows how to make that grand sort of gala dress better than almost anyone. I think Ralph Lauren is another, potential designer. I'm certain that he would love to dress her for this occasion.
And I think Michelle's going to do it in her own kind of cool way and do that whole American thing. And I don't know, who she's going to surprise us with what she's going to wear at the inauguration, but I think it's going to be a great start to a whole new era.
To everyone's surprise, Michelle arrived in a floor-length white gown featuring silk chiffon and Swarovski crystals. With just one shoulder, the dress fell elegantly in a Grecian style, and Michelle coupled it with jewelry by Lorraine Rodkin. This was not an Oscar de la Renta piece or a Ralph Lauren design. It was new, it was fresh, it was different. Jason Wu was ecstatic about being chosen as her designer.
Life-changing. I think only one word, life-changing. And the best compliment a designer can get.
The inauguration ball is an historic event for designers. It goes into the history books of fashion and politics. Obama wearing his dress was not only a compliment, but the best advertising Wu could get.
You hear so much talk from designers about how if your dress gets worn by an actress at the Academy Awards, it's worth, it's years worth of advertising. It's money better spent than, however many tens of thousands of dollars spent on an ad in a magazine or a billboard. And it'll be the same for Michelle Obama on inauguration night, but even, tenfold, because it really is, a moment in history that will be remembered forever.
It seems that for important events, Michelle has almost purposefully steered away from the big-name fashion houses, giving up-and-coming designers some much-needed publicity and kudos.
Being a very, very young company designer, just almost 3 years old, it's been really great to have a lot of influential women that change the way I design, change the way I look at fashion.
Isabel Toledo, who was responsible for Michelle's inauguration day lemongrass dress and jacket, is thankful for the exposure she has been given.
And at the end of the day, I always think the most amazing thing is that she likes my work. And it's not a big brand, it's not a big label, it's a small business, self-owned, it's all made in America. It's all these things that the odds can also be against you if you're not a big corporation. But she chose to represent. She chose to represent someone like me by choosing to wear my work.
Cuban-born Toledo was proud of her U.S.-made creation and impressed that the First Lady continues to support the American fashion industry, even if it means going out on a limb. Toledo, who is known as a designer's designer, takes risks with fit, fabric, and pattern. But for all who dress her, the sense of styling someone with taste and a sense of themselves is always a bonus.
I think, dressing Mrs. Obama for me has been such a pleasure because she really is indicative of, how so many modern women want to look. She enjoys fashion, but she doesn't want it to rule her life. And I think she likes playing around with clothes, expressing herself. She knows that fashion's a big part of expressing yourself, and it doesn't mean that you're any less intelligent or less brilliant, because she's all of that. And she's really been a great flag waver for American fashion around the world.
And not every First Lady has waved the flag for American fashion.
I think that she put a lot of color, into politics, and, I think that a lot of women admire her.
Michelle Obama has broken the mold for First Ladies. She offered a breath of fresh air to the White House after the older Hillary Clinton and Laura Bush, who, in terms of style, both veered towards the conservative and the designer, everything Michelle Obama has chosen not to do. Clinton favored long sleeves and wore clothes that tended to hide her shape. Michelle's direct predecessor, Laura Bush, played it safe with pantsuits in dark grays and navies.
Well, the thing that's different about Michelle Obama versus the more recent First Ladies, she's a little bit younger, yes, but she also happens to be in great shape. And so I think that you'll probably see a lot more skin than you did, say, with Hillary Clinton or Laura Bush. Hillary Clinton, both times, I think, wore very high-neck dresses with long sleeves.
Perhaps the closest comparison drawn to Michelle is Jacqueline Kennedy. Not since Kennedy donned a smart suit and a pillbox hat has the world been so fascinated by a First Lady. Kennedy commissioned French-born designer Oleg Cassini to create an original wardrobe for her as a First Lady. Cassini fashioned many of her most iconic outfits, including her Inauguration Day fawn coat and the Inauguration Gala gown. Aside from Cassini, Jacqueline was also a friend of French labels Chanel, Givenchy, and Dior. Regardless of the designer, Kennedy's clean suits, sleeveless A-line dresses, and pillbox hats sparked huge commercial trends, with young women around the world longing for the Jackie Kennedy look. After her years in the White House, her style shifted from campaign wife to glamour girl. She favored chic, wide-leg pantsuits, gypsy skirts, hoop earrings, and famously oversized sunglasses, coming into her own as Jackie O. But while Jackie employed her own designer and stuck to high-end French fashion houses, Michelle Obama is positioning herself as an equal to real women, fiercely proud of her working-class heritage. Even that other fashionable First Lady, Carla Bruni, can't compete with Obama. She tends to choose muted grays and lilacs instead of Obama's vibrant hues. But, to her credit, she upholds her Gallic lineage by almost exclusively wearing French designers.
Carla Bruni is a star, and she's a model, and everybody knows that she's beautiful, everybody knows she's elegant, everybody knows she knows how to wear a dress. She doesn't need to show off about all that.
Carla Bruni wowed audiences on her trip to Britain. She had a wardrobe designed for her by fashion house Christian Dior, whose chief designer and couturier, John Galliano, was proudly raised and educated in London. Bruni's diplomatic fashion choices reflected her husband's initiatives for an Anglo-French alliance. Bruni is proud of being petite and elegant and has declared she is not interested in being flashy, preferring instead to stick to well-cut silhouettes, defining her hips and waist, and preferring somber tones, subtle jewelry, and belly flats to high heels. But for all their fashion differences, it is clear that Bruni has a huge respect for the vivacious Michelle Obama. Since becoming First Lady, Michelle Obama has had to ensure that she can look elegant on more than just state visits and official duties. She has focused her attention on the Let's Move campaign, attempting to reduce childhood obesity, and in the process has been seen stepping out in Converse sneakers and jeans. But even in her gardening gear, Michelle manages to look stylish in a navy sweater over riding pants with knee-high boots.
And we're gonna have some mints, and we're gonna have some lettuces, and we're gonna have some berries. We're gonna also have a beehive because one of the gardeners here I'm glad you're excited because my kids aren't very excited about the beehive. But we're going to try to make our own honey here. So the whole point of this garden for us is that I want to make sure that our family, as well as the staff, and all the people who come to the White House and eat our food, get access to really fresh vegetables and fruits. Because what I found with my girls, who are 10 and 7, is that they like vegetables more if they taste good.
It is Obama's down-to-earth nature that is part of her charm, and it shines through in her clothing.
Michelle Obama is she's a mother, she has kids, she has an incredibly demanding job, and she managed to look calm, collected, feminine, and powerful at the same time. And those are the qualities I hope to aspire with my clothes.
Michelle is a dedicated mother, and she and Barack have always put their children first in the presidential race.
Sasha and Malia, I love you both more than you can imagine. And you have earned the new puppy that's coming with us to the White House.
Even when selecting a puppy, they chose the stylish Portuguese water dog.
The only concern we have is apparently Portuguese water dogs like tomatoes. Michelle's garden is in danger. So
I don't think we have tomatoes.
Not yet. So we got to figure out.
He doesn't know how to swim.
Yeah, apparently they have to be taught how to swim, which is interesting because they have webbed feet, and they've heard fish for the fishermen in Portugal. This is what we've heard.
It is Obama's attitude of being a real woman that sets her apart from other first ladies and makes her a role model for women around the world. Obama combines style with substance, elegance with practicality, and haute couture with high street labels. Wearing colors, shapes, and designers that catch her eye, she allows her warmth, charisma, and intelligence to shine through in each outfit. She has shown that impeccable style is not about wearing labels or picking up whatever is in fashion or even following what your contemporaries wear. It is about choosing what resonates with you.